Good morning, PS17. Happy terrific Thursday. Today is Thursday, April 9th, 2020. It is also Passover, so we wish those of you celebrating a joyous Passover. If everybody could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. We're standing tall, we're facing our flag, hands are placed over our hearts. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our school mission statement. We are here to be literate, innovative, and proficient scholars who will participate in rich academic learning in a nurturing environment where we will rise. This will be accomplished by creating collaborative and supportive teaching and learning systems involving the entire PS17 community. Okay, family, I loved hearing how some of you are living out the mission at home. I saw everything from helping, just being a really good helper at home, to baking, helping bake at home. It was really awesome to see how you are all living out the mission. As promised, I was in my yard yesterday, and I told you that as I was digging, I was going to look for some worms, some earthworms, because I told you that today's chapter that we're going to start reading is about the mighty earthworm. So let me show you a video that I took yesterday for you. Let's see if you can see it, because I'm going to show you from my computer. You all ready? Here we go. See, guys, these are the little worms I found in my backyard because I am making a garden. Cool, right? All right, later. So yeah, I wanted to record that for you because I thought they were super interesting. And I was thinking about you guys when I saw the worms yesterday because we've been talking about decomposers. And I had some wonderings because I saw the earthworms digging in the tunnel, like digging a tunnel. It was really weird, like holes in the ground and in the earth and the dirt. And I had some wonderings about that. So I wanted to show you that recording. So we're going to start the chapter, The Mighty Earthworm. Scientists have actually been studying earthworms for years, and the scientists look at how the earthworms respond to light, to heat, and even sounds, which is interesting. They're testing to see if worms can hear. And science discovered that worms can literally change the earth through their mighty powers. Here's this word of decomposition. So it seems like worms are decomposers also. They help with decomposition. Remember, that's that idea of breaking something down. So I'm wondering how worms interact with the dirt to break something down. So when scientists looked at worms, one of the things that some of the scientists thought about was they would find these big rocks, and over a couple of years, the rocks looked like they were sinking into the earth. And so looking closely, see, this is a rock, and it looks like it's sinking into the earth, but then it looks like there's all these worm tunnels. So let's see if this diagram here, this picture here, can help us understand what we're about to read. So looking closely, scientists discovered earthworms wriggling underneath the ground, and they suspected that the worms had something to do with it. But could an earthworm move a boulder, a big rock? That's interesting, right? Because the worms are so small. How could an earthworm make a big rock sink? The scientists search for worms in gardens and farmers' fields. They would watch the worms poke through the grass. The scientists put earthworms in a flower pot and studied how they reacted to the sounds of music and vibrations of a piano. What? I guess that's what scientists do, right? Like in this chapter here, remember that we learned about a mycologist and how the mycologist tested out 2 different areas of polluted areas. They put mushroom spores in one, fungus in one, and then they left the other one alone. It seems like scientists do some interesting tests. Finally, the scientists realized that the solution to the rock mystery were the worms. So the worms were actually causing the boulder to move. Worms tunnel through the earth. I guess what that means, because that looks like tunnels. up and down, endlessly stirring the soil as they feed. So it's like they're moving the soil around. Slowly, over many years, even the biggest boulder is undermined and sinks into the soil. But the scientists' discoveries led only to more questions. How do worms find food without eyes or a nose? And how do they eat without a mouth? You know, this is really interesting because I was thinking about my video and I actually saw some of like the beginnings of a tunnel. And so I'm wondering also how the worms do that. And so tomorrow we're going to learn, like, worms don't actually, do worms have a nose? Do worms have a mouth? How do they do this? How do they move their bodies like that too? I'm really, really interested to learn about that. I'm going to watch my video again of my worms to see if I can make any discoveries, and I'll let you know tomorrow when we read about decomposer selfie earthworm noses. PS 17, we wish you a wonderful day. Say it with me, and as always, we love you.